And that's not a bad business to be in. I sell an insurance. A lot of people are trying to sell insurance. I want insurance. If price goes down, I can help you. Oh, you're worried about price going up? Because not everyone's worried about price going down. We work with ethanol companies who their main ingredient is corn. We work with hog producers who finish hundreds of thousands of ingredients. Their risk that is corn and bean meal goes up. There's two sides of the risk thing. We usually talk about down, 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 buy puts, buy puts. You go watch U.S. Farm Report, not mentioning names, but you see this. Buy puts, buy puts, buy puts. Really what they're saying is commission, 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 commission. That's not really true. You do make commission if you buy puts, but you know what happens? You know why we tell you to buy puts? It's because if you don't, and corn goes from 4 to 3, you go out of business. Yeah, we make a penny in commission. That's great. You lose 99 pennies if we go down. We're not as bad at guys as we're trying to, you don't see the horror stories that we see. You don't see the pain on the farmer's face when you're sitting in the dining room. He says, I don't think I'm going to get my operating note. Can you move the numbers around? No, thanks for inviting me in your house. Now you want me to do something fraudulent? You know, that's what's going on. Is it possible that the largest check that you've written over the last few years is still in your checkbook? Did you forget to pay for protection? Was that part of your marketing plan? The scariest thing I've seen in the last few months is I have a service called Ag Squawk. We do a conference call, Growers Talk. I've asked farmers recently, let's start talking about 16, let's move this 15. If you have bushels from 15 and you still think the market can go up, you can sell those bushels and buy a call. Move that product, right? Can I have the bushel back? So this is 10,000 bushels of $4 corn. Bring it to ADM. I can think of no finer institution. Except for tomorrow I speak for Cargill. No, I'm just kidding. Cargill won't have us buy. Bring ADM. We got a good basis here, plus 15, corn's $3.85. Bring them 10,000 bushels of corn. Call me or call someone or do it on your phone and say, I think corn can go up. I think by next September or June or July, if you buy a SEP call, it'll expire before September. I think corn can go up. Sell the product. Get your $40,000 per 10,000 bushels. Go spend a couple grand on some SEP calls. If you're bullish and the market rallies, you can own it on paper. That is selling cash grain and buying a call. That's the easiest thing a farmer knows. They do it all the time because it keeps them long. What's harder to convince you is buying the product that keeps you in business, and that's buying the put or selling a future or doing an HTA or some form of that. And so the scariest thing I've heard over the last few days and months is a farmer called me and said, I can't plant corn next year. You got to get out of my corn hedges. The banker said he's only giving me enough money to plant beans. If your banker's telling you what to plant, you are real close to being out of business, okay? I've had other farmers tell me, Tommy, I can't afford 20 cents on a put. I say, you can't afford 20 cents on a put. So if corn goes from 4 to 3, you're telling me you're out of business. And I don't think they thought of that way. They just didn't think corn could go to 3. We've heard beans might go to $7.50. They might not stay there long. You know China will buy half of them. But if they stay down there just long enough for your banker to tell you to get out, we're liquidating you, you're out of business. So this is a way more serious speech than I've given in years before. This isn't talking about work with a guy like me, we'll make you a little here, make you a little there. I told everyone last year at Top Producer, I said, I went up on stage, they said, we want you to talk to the young farmers, guys like you. They didn't even let the old guys in. You had to be like under 40 or 30 to get in. They're serious. It's like, you're not, this is for the young guys. They said, give them a good speech. I went up to the beginning of the room. Things were starting to come down in price. Things were looking a little scarier. Not as scary as they look now, but I think they're getting better. I said, listen, same thing. Pork's done. We got to end this up. I said, guys, listen up. If I do a good job managing the risk for you and your farm, I may help you lose less money than your neighbor. And Top Producer's theme, who I'm all part of them, they said, please put your PowerPoint in our thing. And it was, course your way to profits. And it was a ship, and you're the captain. And I said, I don't know whose idea this is, but I put a big X over the profit. I said, this isn't my gig. I said, I'm not here to make you make a profit. I'm here to help you lose less than your neighbor. You lose less than your neighbor for a few years, and your neighbor goes out of business, you will be farming that ground if you're still in business. And for you guys who are old enough, who paid the 18 and 20% interest rates, you know and tell these young guys, if you survive this, not when you survive this, if you survive this, this will be the greatest opportunity for you to grow in your lifetime.